Good day, everybody. Good day to my lecturer, my seniors, my juniors, and my fellow friends. My name is Darnisha. Today, I'm going to explain about my Smart Eco Gas project. It is an IoT project. So, before this, I had recorded a video for my coordinators. It is for 5 minutes video, but this will be a little bit more. So, you will see all the tips and techniques that I have used to produce my product, and my supervisor name is Dr. Ismail, and I will show my further details here. Okay, the introduction. Smart Eco Gas is a suitable project for Bachelor of Software Engineering student, educational software. It is an IoT project. So basically Smart Eco Gas is a air pollution project. It is an air pollution filter project that will reduce the air pollution directly. Please excuse the sound behind. I can't control the animal sounds. So coming back to the point, air pollution is a mixture of hazard substance. Hazard substance means dust, smoke, something like that, from both human made and also natural resources. Human made, who is unresponsibly go and fire here, fire there, something like that. Natural resources such as eruption, the mountain eruption, something like that. So air pollution not only occur due to human activity, as I give you the example before. It is not because human activity is also caused by natural resources itself, but air pollution also comes from natural resources also. So the problem statements in Smart Eco Gas. Existing gas detectors are mainly targeting to outdoors, such as industries, how to limit the smokes in industries. It's already so many we have, how to limit the smoke in industries and pollution infrastructures, everything. Even though we have so many technologies to reduce the air pollution, we are still struggling with so many smoke, so many pollution outside here. Public do not realize where the real pollution coming out from. And more than that, expensive and not reliable malfunctioning equipments are some sections are sensitive area. So in easy word, expensive and not reliable functioned devices. It is so expensive, people can't afford to put it around their surrounding area to detect the gas. So no specific focus on remote areas, such as people who are not affordable expensive detectors. They are staying in remote area, let's say. They are not afford to buy so much expensive devices to track the smokes. So that are the main problem. So firstly, they don't know where this happening, where this coming out from, and second thing is all those devices are mainly focused and targeted on infrastructures and outdoor activities. The objective of this Smart Eco Gas project is obviously to reduce the air pollution. That is the main objective. To monitor the dangerous gas emission around the surroundings, such as temperature, humidity, as well as the air quality index. Another thing is to develop a project study using a unique identifier with a very low cost. Low cost, that means anybody would be affordable for it. So who having farm, who having a small business can afford that, to fix it around that. Okay, the main scope of my project, my IoT project, is to focus on the remote area and agricultural area as well as the preserved area. So my testing will be conducted in the farm and preserved area as well. So farming area to detect the methane gas from cow and other dangerous gases. So my project is using a device that detect dangerous gas, alcohol gas, methane gas, benzene gas. So specific gas uses specific sensor. If you want to track so many gases, you need to put so many sensor. It is quite expensive. So mainly to reduce the air pollution that occurs around. So air pollution occurs because of this particular, mainly mostly this particular gases, such as methane gases, fire, and so on. So I use that sensor. So my main focus is to focus the remote area so that they can get the benefit from my product. Other than that, apart from focusing on agriculture area, my product can be used in UPSI or wherever, in house or wherever. Apart from the rural area, can be placed also in our university main gate to detect the dangerous gas emission from vehicle and also other dangerous gases such as from the air itself, other from the vehicles, can prevent air pollution and also exposures in campus area. So if my product wanted to use in infrastructure or industry area, it's uh, a bit not suitable because the upgradation should be done. But in the small places such as the main gate, before the entering, and all those small place can be fixed, as well as the agriculture places, and cannot be denied also can be used in all your houses as well as the UPSI main gate. Okay, this is the latest literature review, the air quality index in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia on 2022. So the air quality level is still moderate. That means there is still air pollution that occurs in this particular place, which is Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So that's why we need to do the air detection. That's why a lot of people doing air detection because the air detection is not reduced yet in Malaysia. So that's why people doing air detection. So we are doing a very good air quality detection so that we can really reduce the air pollution in our country. So next, according to this researcher Jao BA Commerce, in his IoT enabled gas sensor, he has used limited tested industry research development in agriculture and remote area as well. So another researcher Hari Prasad, he has described the toxic gas radiation, the dangers of the toxic gas radiation. So these are my research before I do my product and my smart eco gas project. So another one is according to Zoe, his optimistic gas detector. He also did a gas detector which reduced 44% of gas leakage accident. Because of 44% gas leakage accident, he did a statistic information research about gas detector placement and all those things. Okay, methodology is a very important process. When you're doing a project, you should know what to do next after next. So you need to choose a model according to your project. You need to study your project first, and you need to study all the models, and you choose the model that is suitable for your project. So Ospino Pinolles has proved that several iterative phases in the beginning of his system. He used a rapid prototype model. Actually, he used another model first, then he changed it to a prototype model. He used rapid prototype model. Prototype model have so many models. One of it is rapid and voluntary, something like that. So he used rapid model to do his project, which give him a very good success. So I propose voluntary prototype model for my project because the phases are very suitable for my project. And you can see develop abstract specification, build prototype system, use prototype system. After I'm doing the device project, somebody need to use my project, then they will tell this applicable, this is adaptable. If yes, it will go to the delivery system. If no, the process will go and iterate again. So this is helpful for me when somebody give opinion about my project. Then I can go straight away to my model and I research, then I do the iteration again. So this is a very basic thing that you have to know and you have to have when you do a project. Okay, now I will show you my my project that I will connect to USB later. So this is my project, you can see. So this is the acrylic board. You can buy it in Shopee, or you can buy it in I can't remember the place. I will, if anybody wants that, just PM me. So I will show you where to buy this acrylic board. Shopee has, but Shopee's one is not that much good. This one is very good. Okay, so this is the holder pad for this LED. So the red LED, this is ground, green LED, this is ground. D4 is the pot. Okay, so this is the holder. This holder is from Raspberry Pi's holder. I just plug it out. So if you don't have this also, no problem. This is the before that, behind this there is a holder for Node MCU. This is Node MCU. Okay, so this is buzzer you can see, right? For D4, ground for brown is for ground, so you can see brown is for ground, and another one is for D4. This is the number port, is the thing that I'm connected here. So another thing is DH11. Okay, DH11 is the detector for temperature and also humidity, 2-in-1 DHT11. So blue you can see for the voltage input, gray is for ground, purple is for D5. All those the port I have connected here, so that is the port numbers. Okay, next is this one is very important. This is MQ135. Okay, so green in analog port, analog output, orange in V3, that is voltage port, and yellow is for ground port. So this is the colors are my wires color. Okay, green, yellow and orange. So everything I connected to Node MCU. Make sure everything is connected to Node MCU, because Node MCU is a microcontroller. Okay, so this MQ135 is to detect the air quality, to verify the air quality. As well, it will detect benzene gas, alcoholic gas, and also methane gas, and also fire. So MQ135. If you want to detect oxygen, carbon dioxide, whatever gas is in this world you want to detect, there is same sensor like this but different name, MQ5, MR something like that. So many sensors are there. So not all the sensors will be detected by one device. You need to buy so many sensors. If you want to detect so many gases, you need to buy so many sensors like this and fix it all around here. You can do it. So whoever want to continue my project can also continue this project by buying another set of sensors like this and fix it all around here. It's very easy. I couldn't do because the time limit of mine as well as the budget. This is not expensive, but when you buy so many things, you need to buy wire, you need to buy maybe you need to switch it for Node MCU to Arduino is more powerful, because you're using so many detector. You need to use a bigger microcontroller, because I'm using one detector here and one temperature and humidity controller here with buzzer, so I use Node MCU. Okay, thank you. Okay, now I'm going to explain about how you can connect your IoT device to software tool. Okay, when you already done your IoT devices, like you connect all the ports and everything ready, now you need to make it to connect to a software tool, so that when it interpret and read the result, you can see, visualize it into more clear way. So device cannot show you a visual form, but a software tool can do that. So there is a lot of software tool that interprets devices, IoT devices especially. So you can use Tinja.io, Blink app, and so many outside there. So I personally choose Blink app. It is an app. They haven't launched it as a website yet. So if you want a website, you want to see the result in the laptop, you can go for Tinja.io. So I use Blink app. So I will show you. This is my mobile, another mobile. So this is a Blink app. You can see the green color. So I will open it, Blink app. So can you see Smart Eco Gas?
So you need to fix all your information here. If you can see the humidity, temperature and all those stuffs here, air quality index. Okay, so you need to fix all your pot here. So when you see any YouTube videos, you will know how to do. Actually, you need to fix all those ports that you have connected in your real IoT devices. All the ports you have to connect here. So then only you will be able to see. Look here, has so many, not so many, it's not very complicated also, it's a very easy one. So you can just connect, you need to just see some tutorial in YouTube and connect all your ports here, so you can do it, and it is very easy. And another thing about it is you can either visualize it by a graph chart or like this. If like this, I will receive a message here called that fire, when the gas is sensor my device, let's say it's going to happen a fire, automatically your phone will trigger fire like that. So I will show it in the testing process. So you can only, if you don't want the fire message, you can also only just see the graph. But if you want both, you need to pay the you need to pay the Blink app. So I just choose only one, so I just want the message triggering, so I go for it. So yeah, you can see YouTube tutorials in or you can go for any Google, search Blink app, you will download it and you will use it. Thank you.
Okay, now I will explain the coding that I have did in Arduino. This is the device coding. So this ESP Wi-Fi and DHT11 with Blink app simplify is the coding from the Blink app. So you have to pin it correctly, and your Wi-Fi password as well as the Wi-Fi name, and this link from Blink app you will get when you register your Blink app, and it will send the pin in your email. So you need to insert it here. And as for my project, this is my smart eco gas project. I have did the humidity value here, temperature value as well as the air quality value. This is my entire important series of coding here. And next is when the emergency alert. This is where I will calibrate my value. Calibrate the value according to the surrounding temperature. So I have calibrated initially 28. So whenever the device hit 28 degrees Celsius, emergency alert will be alert to your mobile phone through your Blink app. So the red buzzer will be on and the blue buzzer will be on. So these are the virtual write for the coding. And next is this one. This blue input and red input for the sensor, how your DHT11 will sensor the temperature and humidity as well. So when you're doing your coding, make sure you connect with your Blink app as well as your Wi-Fi password and Wi-Fi name, and I will attach my coding in the appendix as well.
Hi, good evening. Today I have came to a farm nearby Podixon Spring Hill. This is where my hometown is. So I came here to do my testing according to the detection of smart eco gas, my FIT project. So I came to Arise Agro farm here. So we will see the detection and also the reading here. Okay, I have set my device here, my coding here and my device here. Okay, we will check the reading now. Okay, stop reading. Okay, I am connecting the device to the pod and we will see the reading now. So I will put the brightness and reading is here. When the temperature I have calibrated the temperature to 28 degrees Celsius. So above that it will start to trigger. So here the reading. Okay, it is start to give an alarm sound here. You can see the LED light here. It is triggering and giving a sound because
It is 29 temperature value with the air quality and also the humidity reading. So I'm here the noise is very high because of the security dogs and also goats and chickens all around here. So I will do a clear clear clip after this. So from here, that's all. The detection, it will trigger you, the alarm will trigger, and you will get a blink app message, a triggering message, a emergency message in your phone. So this blink app is connected to the device and also the coding. So wherever you are, at what time you are also, it will trigger and also give you the information. So these are my settings and from Arise Agro Farm.